1 Corinthians 12:13 says, "For by one Spirit we are all baptized into one body, whether Jews or Greeks, whether slaves or free, we are all made to drink of one Spirit." Well, if you're joining us in reading through this 90-day reading plan, today's reading is 1 Corinthians 11, 22 through 31, and I encourage you to read that passage. Well, this section of our reading actually encompasses two very important premises. The first is the use and misuse of the Lord's Supper. The second is the use and misuse of spiritual gifts. In reality, they're both based on one principle, that both should be done so that God might be glorified. The Corinthian church had some significant problems. Two of the problems appear in today's reading. They were misusing, by falsely performing, the Lord's Supper, or communion as currently known, and spiritual gifts as well. Both of the problems stem from an attitude problem. The Lord's Supper used to be followed by or be in conjunction with a common meal, just as the first Lord's Supper was. It's completely different today from that which it was in the early church. The closest people that come to a meal is found in the Eastern Orthodox celebration of the Lord's Supper, where everyone gets a piece of bread to take home with him or her so that none go hungry. Whether or not you hold the elements of the Lord's Supper, the grape juice, the wine, or the bread, leavened or unleavened, or in some way the body and blood of Christ, is irrelevant to Paul's argument. The concept is that it must be done in such a way that is glorifying to Christ and also bringing glory to God. We can argue about the makeup of the elements. That's an important argument, but it is irrelevant to the principle of this passage. Now, the second problem is how to deal with spiritual gifts. And that problem is a problem of pride. Most of us tend to want spiritual gifts, which might make us look good. We want to feel good, and we want to feel that we're special and important. So therefore, we look for spiritual gifts that raise our stature among the congregation. In reality, it's the non-flashy spiritual gifts that benefit the church the most. But God has composed each local body with gifts that it needs to bring glory to Him. Each member of the body is to care for each other member of the body, because when one member suffers, the whole body suffers.